What are you thankful for on day 26 of 30 Days of Thanks? And who do you think of when you hear the word Christmas? The Apostle John was a young man, perhaps still a teen at the time that Jesus called him. But as he grew to be an old man, he began to write about Jesus who had died and rose from the dead 3 days later. And he described Jesus this way. He said, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us," you and me. "And he was full of grace and truth." Well, it was now toward the end of the very first century. Jesus had long ago died on the cross and risen from the dead 3 days later. And as history tells us, more than 500 people saw him at one time, many of which became martyrs, refusing to deny that they had seen him alive, as the religious leaders of the day and the political leaders did not want Jesus' testimony to be satisfying to the people to where he would replace them in power. But John held to the truth, and he was now the only remaining apostle. All of his 11 brothers had died and had been crucified or martyred, tortured. And the Apostle John wanted to say one last thing about Jesus before he passed away, had already written the book of Revelation, where he had seen a vision and had been taken up into the heavens and saw the future, the story of what would happen on earth, the story of the judgment and the final judgment. And in the mix of all of that, John had this to say about Jesus Christ in the last part of his book, the book of John. He said there were many, many more things that Jesus did. And if they were all written one by one, I suppose not the whole world could contain all of the books that would have to be written. As we celebrate Jesus tonight, I wish you and all of your friends and all of your family, from Up With Inspiration, a merry, happy Christmas.